Hey guys, what is going on? Massivebeatzz checking in with an emergency broadcast. The Lindell 50, the Lindell 50 channel and bus plugin has dropped and it is gorgeous. Sorry, I had to be a little bit dramatic, but yeah, we've been waiting for this for quite a long time. It looks really good. Everything is smooth, it's scalable, it's got oversampling, and you can swap out modules. You can switch your EQs and your compressors. So that is something that I really appreciate. You can even change the order. So this is a bit similar to an SSL channel strip plugin that we also see from Plugin Alliance with a slightly different sound, API consoles. I kind of prefer them for EDM, R&B, hip hop, jazz, funk, and I think SSL is great on everything also, but it gives you a little bit more of that rock drive, that rock energy, which is nice. So two different flavors, I would say. Let's go over this plugin here. So it's coming from Lindell to Plugin Alliance, where you can test it for free for 14 days. It weighs in at an introductory price of $299. List price $349. Sounds insanely expensive these days because most of the plugins are $39, $49, $99 at the very most. But this is release and they need to recuperate some of their costs. But it's also in the mix and mastering subscription and in the mega bundle subscription. Cool. So what is it that we are looking at here? All right. So let's go through the interface really quickly. So like I mentioned before, it is scalable, and that is something I do really appreciate for screen real estate, but also for looks. We're trying to emulate something in the real world, and if this looks like a real knob here, and it does, I've used the real deal, and this feels like it. So I'm using a trackpad. I'm kind of like twisting my fingers over it. Gives me a little bit of that, memory or so back. It's not a must-have, but a nice looking, clean, responsive emulation. Yes, if you work on it hours and hours on end on multiple channels, that helps. I'm looking at you, Waves. Look at this compressor here. Yes, version 12 made it scalable, but I mean, this is absolutely washed out. It doesn't feel right. It's a good emulation, but still, they could have done this in a better way. I'm also loving the UAD. That is a clean Retina display, 4K display capable emulation. Extremely good. If you ever look for a UAD plugin for a compressor, this is it. This is hard to beat. So let's look here. We have a high pass filter as you go in. So that's, you know what, we should probably run it while we talk. So in the context of the song,
was too tall, but now my sights are set upon the highest peak of all. You taught me how to climb, and now I'm reaching for the top.
Okay, so something like this you want to place on pretty much every channel, or at least a good amount of them, and then you can start, the character differences start building up. But we don't have 5 hours, so we're going to do this on the instrument bus, which is the organ, which is the Rhodes, the electric guitar, and the acoustic guitar. And maybe we can put it on the acoustic guitar as well, just to see how it works. So let's isolate the instrument bus. check out the EQ a bit. Bring some sparkle back. And so here, this EQ here, this turns the low and the low frequencies and the high frequencies into shelving EQs. Bring some sparkle. Bring a bit of body back. All right. So a couple of other things that I want to show you here. Oversampling 2, 4, 8, and 16, and you can set it to all instances. So when it's time to render, set it here to all instances 16, and you're getting some superb quality. Shall we try? Let's see if we can even manage this. Let's see. Let's try this here. Let's go oversampling. Let's go 8 times. Times. 16 times. Oh yeah, I hear that. Wow, that is pretty impressive. And the fact that you can do that for all instances, I do like that. I'm going to turn that off for now because that is the default. Also, the EQ gains can be stepped or continuous. Here, having this continues, that is pretty nice. Clipping hard or soft, noise on or off, calibration, -14 dB full scale, but you can change that between -12 and -20. Sidechain, compression sidechain, and gate sidechain. So quite a lot of features here. You can change the EQ, graphic, the B, and the A, and then we can switch to a FET compressor, which acts as a limiter as well, 20:1, or compressor 2:1, fixed ratios, release 0.1 seconds, 100 milliseconds, 500 milliseconds, and then here on the limiter side, 2 seconds and 0.1 as well. And then we have a de-esser, which makes the material kind of more reactive to sibilance. Very cool. We have a mix knob here for the compressor. I appreciate that. A nice little meter and high pass filter, so the low frequencies do not affect the compressor. That's on the FET side. On the VCA side, that's a typical API compressor here. We got soft, TAC, Niveau, I think that is for high frequency response. In and out, obviously. And then you can, if for stereo, you can make it completely independent, or stereo independent or dependent. So that is very cool. You can unlink it. On the gate side, we have threshold, hysteresis, range, and release. You can make it fast or slow. You can make it into an expander or a gate. You can invert the gate. So plenty of options here. Then we have here a very realistic feeling fader using my big trackpad here. And this really looks like a FIDI. You almost want to grab and reach the screen. That is nice. Phase flip. It's pretty cool. You can do your phase tricks with this, or phase corrections as needed. And then you have the TMT technology inside. So you can go analog, and then you can mix it all up and have different TMT channels, modulations of different channels within one console. Not each track sounds exactly the same. This is exactly what they did. They made sure to incorporate that. So when you apply this to multiple tracks in your DAW, you're getting that analog tone. Well, that is pretty cool. Meters look good. I'm going to go ahead and take this off here. I'm going to put the Townhouse compressor, which is an SSL compressor, back on. I'm going to go over to the acoustic guitar and see what we can do here. I'm going to put the Lindell channel on there. Let's see how it sounds without that. That's the SSL, and then an R compressor. Yeah, see, that's dull and lifeless. Give us a pretty good sound. Let's see what we can do here with the Lindell. The Lindell. All right, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger because we can. Doesn't cost us anything, or maybe it does. I don't know. All right. Let's bring in, first of all, the high pass. Then bring the sparkle. Bring out the strumming around 3K. Let's put in a compressor. Slow, so the attack comes through. Fast release. Let's Pro Q3 and VX console combine. Of course, that brings up the levels. Let's just use, for comparison, this compressor a little bit more. Sounds pretty good. And we're cutting at 200.
I used to take the long way round when the mountain was too tall, but now my sights are set upon the highest peak of all. You taught me how to climb, and now I'm reaching for the top.
bring it out nicely so it doesn't overshadow the mix. It isn't harsh. That's important with these acoustic guitar DI inputs. Sounds warm. And then, blend in the low end depending on your what's going on in the song, right? Really like this high pass filter. I like that much better than on the SSL 4000. Yeah, way more precise. Different slope. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So this is just an introduction. I think I can't say that they nailed it in comparison to the hardware. I'd have to do some one-to-one tests. I think somebody else who has access to that at the very moment should do that. But just the sound of this plugin, the feel, the ease of use, the accessibility and the flexibility, I think that's pretty cool. Let's try this. Oh, nice shimmer. Even this takes a while for it to be harsh. It's pretty cool. I think it retains the settings when you swap. Let's check that out. Oh, it does. Oh, that is awesome. So in essence, you could automate that switch, I think. So that is pretty cool. Yeah. So anyways, go check it out for yourself. It's on subscription based or free trial. Enjoy it. SSL 4000, amazing. They nailed it there. Brainworx. And I believe they nailed it on this one as well. It feels good. All right. Massivebeatzz out.